A pot of coffee is always here to welcome a friend. Iced tea is aplenty, like a friendship that never ends. Can't always get that tea kettle a whistling. Where recipes are shared with love, where bread recipes are shared on Saturdays, where a ton of cookbooks live and sometimes seem to follow me home.
This next beef recipe, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. We've got to make our sauce, so we're going to melt about a tablespoon of butter. I will leave the original recipe down below. Just a FYI, this recipe is from Montana cookbook. So we're going to melt this butter. And like I said, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. First tweak, we are going to saute some mushrooms until they get really good and rich. Look at that flavor down below underneath there. So the recipe only called for half an onion. I am using one whole small onion. We're going to saute it with our mushrooms until it's translucent. So now I'm going to add my pint jar of tomato sauce. I'm going to kind of rinse that jar out a little bit. I'm going to turn the heat off. We got one more ingredient to add to this. So the recipe says to brown half a pound of hamburger. I'm doing a pound because why not, right? So to our sauce, I'm going to add about a teaspoon and a half of Italian seasoning mix. Like I said, I'm tweaking it. So we need to drain our grease off our hamburger meat, and we're going to put the hamburger meat in with our sauce. And I usually just use a slotted spoon. That's how I do it. But you do how you do things. So we're going to drain the grease and put it in our sauce.